right, so today we are talking about Agora Training. And I'm going to run into forms just to give you that lineup again. So we did, and I'll go back and erase this so that it's just for training purposes. But we'll go to form number 70. In form number 70, you go over into options. So up on the top right, options, you go into the form name and you change it to whatever you'd like. So today I'm going to change it to what should we change it to? Something about podcasts. What do you think?
Well,
how about this? How about we sign up for our once a month cooking class?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna say Sentinel Cooking Extravaganza. Okay, so see how it changed that right up here? Then I just touch anywhere in this light blue space to stop it from, being in there or being in that field. Then I head over into fields because we're going to start to build the form out. So instead of saying full name, we're going to do first name. We drag that over here. You touch in this gray spot. You come over to the right and you press required because you want to make sure that they can't leave the form unless they do the actual requirements, okay? Then you touch over in this blue area to get that to come back. You come in here, you grab the last name. You do the same thing again that you did here where you press required. And you can press in this light blue area to get it back to, dragging things over. So the phone and the email is pretty much self-explanatory. I always like to add a little bit of text because it kind of, it's fun to see something like align with your cook, align with your cooking. I don't know. Let's put in here. So I'm going to touch this. It brings me into the text box. And so instead of putting text, we can put align with your, let's think about this here.
You go steam your way into alignment.
Steam your way into alignment?
Yeah, because you're cooking. I don't know.
Sounds good. Okay, so then I come over here. I don't like rubato. I like Palantino because it looks a little bit more like calligraphy. Personally, I like that the best. Now, instead of it being in this way where it's, it's not really aligned, if you will. So I come up here and I change it to this. So then it's a little bit more congruent. So all of the text properties are all up here. So if you want to bold it out, you certainly can, italicize, whatever you desire.
Okay.
Then I come down here to weight and I pull that out a little bit because what it does is it kind of doesn't make it as prominent because I want that button to be much more prominent than that.
Okay.
So we'll just change it to, how about 333? Then it's in alignment with what we want it to do because we are appropriating love. Okay. And then we can change the font color. And since we're doing Sentinel, we'll do something a little gold. So you just move this little thing, this little bar, this little button down here.
Okay.
And it brings you to that. This looks a little bit orange to me, so I'm going to make it a little bit more yellow. There we go. And you can always play with that however you want. Then we need an action step. So that's our button. Button comes down here. I touch again in this field. And this is where, again, I can write in the text. So here's our kind of our catchphrase, add submit here. But I always like to make it a little bit more fun because all the time you see these buttons say submit, click here, da da da. I think it's would be better if we said something different. So align with your body, align with your get your poop in a group. I don't know.
Get your poop in the group.
So this is where you gotta like think outside the box. Like, okay,
we're gonna be clicking. This is where they're gonna click to submit the form, right?
yep. Align with your
What
food
is that?
or
I want to use cooking terms, so it's like
okay.
I don't
So
want to use like what is that word? Like, oh, simmer? No, not simmer because then it's like sitting on it.
bring your boil to a royal.
Yeah, bring your broil to a broiling you up to alignment. Broiling you up to alignment.
Click here to raise your vibration. How about that?
Yeah, okay, that will work too.
Now, the button background, we're going to make again gold, or we can make it red. What do you think? Gold,
What are the colors for Sentinel?
gray, or dark gray, well, black, gray, gold.
We'll leave it at a gold.
Okay. So this is a good gold, or do you want it a little bit darker or lighter?
That one's right there. That one's perfect.
Okay, cool.
It goes with the.
Then we go back in a button because we want that button to be full width. So we just click that, boom, done. Then we come up here and we save our form. Make sure you save at all points. You know how, maybe you don't know this, but back in the 80s, no, just kidding. Your work, you're screwed. Same with this. You don't save your work, you got to do it all over again. It's no fun. So then I go back into websites, okay? After I've saved, then I go into Global Strong. And this is what is called a landing page. So in our websites, we have landing pages. So I'll show you the one I created for Sentinel. Usually everything that you want to create or that you have added to create is at the bottom. So most of these are what I've created, except this one. I don't know. This one Adam did or something. I'm not really sure. But anyway, this one is the one I've done. So we're not going to use this because we're using this for our food day, right? So we're going to come all the way back up here. And we're going to create new. See where it says add new page, hit that. And what was our form name? Align with your cooking.
Yeah.
We're going to make that the same. Align with your cooking. We'll put every Thursday. Then there's nothing to import. So we create that new page. Now you're like, oh my gosh, where is it? Again, it's all the way at the bottom. See right here? And we're not using anything from existing. So we're not going to press this one. We're going to create from blank. Okay. So we'll hit that button. Now, this is very similar to Canva. So you got to wrap your mind around this. So we're going to put full width. So we're going to grab that. Then it brings us to this green box and it says add row. Okay. this is where we're going to do one column. And in the purple box, we're going to add the element. Now, the element, we're going to come down and add an image because we want everyone to know that it's our sentinel, right? So it says, put your image in. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here on my left. I'm going to scroll down and see where it says image right here, image options. You touch the little image icon. Then, lucky for you, I've already uploaded it. But if you ever need to upload a picture, you upload file right here in the top right corner. So I'm going to grab this picture. Now I have the sentinel picture, right? Cool. Then we're going to add our next row. Our next row is going to be a headline. And it's going to say, join our cooking extravaganza every Thursday from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. We don't have to say from. And then I always like to say Central Standard Time because you never know who's coming from what part of the nation or other countries. Then we'll add, let's see. So then let's see. We'll add another headline, but we're going to add a sub headline, which is a little bit smaller. And it's going to say recipe will be provided after, to those who show up. Do you want to say Zoom channel? Zoom.
Yeah, I mean, you can do Zoom channel or you can do Zoom room. It's considered a room.
Okay. And then we're going to say whomever brings 4+ people could win a $25 gift card. Maybe we should win a gift card. We'll just say, I don't want to put a price on that. Yay.
You don't want to make it shorter, like bring 4 people, get a gift card instead of doing whomever, or does it even matter?
That's me. And be entered to win I'm gonna say $25 gift card. Let's see, we'll say instead of a gift card, we'll say win $25. Sound good? And then it's not a gift card and it's not like a gimmick, you know? So
Yes.
then we're gonna come up here to this orange button and we'll add another image. And that is, let's see. let's do I'm not sure here what to do on this one. Let's say no. I wanted to add the other one to it, but maybe we'll just skip that for now. So what we'll do is we'll add the form here. And see, the reason why we named it is because we can find it here. So cooking extravaganza, see? Then it adds the form right on in there for us. And then save. You don't have to do the SEO metadata if you don't want to. I personally don't, so it's up to you. I just hit save to make sure it saves within the system of Agora. Then here,
I'm so sorry. For the SEO, what does this stand for?
search engine optimization. Then you come over here. I always like to add a pop-up because you know how many people go down and they're like, oh, I don't want to put my information in. Forget it. I'm done with that stuff.
Yeah.
Then I come in for a pop-up because once they get to the bottom of the page, this thing or if they're trying to click out of it, this pops up. So you can add one column. The only reason why I would add 2 columns or 3 or 4, it's just windows. So you could add multiple pictures that you've created on Canva and then you've uploaded into here. If you want them to say certain things and you don't want to type it out, that's completely up to you. But for today, we're going to use the 1 column. It says add the element. So I'm adding the element and I'm going to have a headline. Wait is what we're going to say. Wait. Don't miss out on this fun activity, this fun class that will spark your cooking desire. Let's see, fun class that will spark your cooking desires into what should we put here, Kat? Don't miss out on this fun class that will spark your cooking.
That will spark your inner chef.
Oh, yes. Me like. Please RSVP with the form below for a head count. I don't want to say that. Please
To reserve your seat.
What?
Please RSVP to reserve a seat.
Yes, as spots are limited.
Yes.
Okay, then we'll add that form again. So once you press that plus button, all of your stuff is in here, right? And there's lots of options to do lots of different things in here. So just to let you know that there's more than just what you're seeing there, but we're going to add the form again. And that's why it's a good idea to name it. Then we press save. Now our landing page is done. Okay, so let me jump out of here. Now, see, that only took me a few minutes or so because I've done them before. But once you get the hang of this, it'll be super easy. So when I call you up and say, hey, can you build a form and a landing page with this, this, and this is how we keep track of people that are going to be joining into each one of our things. So as you can see, there's a lot of things here created. We don't want to use these up here because they are connected to the old site. So I suppose you could actually, because it does reroute into the other one. So don't worry about that. Let's back that train up. Don't listen to what I said earlier. Use whatever you'd like, but we'll get into other things later. So like, here's the teen financial fitness survey. You can add those. They have people's initials at the bottom. These are for specific. So when we get into sharing everybody's, then they will have, you know, these are theirs essentially. So like here's Halty Christensen, that's his.
I have a question.
So on and so forth. There's Amanda Waterman. Here's mine. Then hang on, hold that question, hold that thought.
Yeah.
Then we come down here and oh, look, it is right here. So we press this little gray button where it says preview page and see, then it says Global Strong IO, right? So we come up here and we're going to actually grab this. We're going to press copy and I'm going to send it over to you. So then you can add that as a link underneath to go RSVP. So essentially they're going to touch this link and it's going to send right into there. Now what I'm thinking, I'll say that in a little bit. Okay, so I bring this up to you. And then in your Telegram, I'm sharing the link with you. And what is going on here? This is not what I wanted. And then I just press share. And now you have the link for our cooking extravaganza. So we're going to push that out. So now you have that. If you ever come in here and you're like, okay, well, Crystal, can you help me build something really quick? Yes, no problem, whatever. I can do that. I can also come back in here and edit this and make it look more cool. I can change the colors. Like I can highlight all of this, come over here and do the bold text color. See over here on the left-hand side, it says bold text color. I can change that to this yellow, but I don't really like that yellow. So I come down here and say, didn't find your color, add a custom color. So I come and I press this and it brings up that color scheme for me, right? This is where I can change that into the gold. Then that's done. So I add that color. Boom. Now we got that gold. Okay. And you know, you can do that kind of anywhere. I think I'm going to leave this black, but let's say that we wanted to change the background color. We come into this purple box, we touch that, and it says background color. Now I can change this background color to black, like that. That's kind of cool, right? But you can change any of that to make it pop more if you desire. If in fact you change that background, like I could change the background to this gray, right? And then it would pop these letters a little bit more. It would pop the form and so on and so forth. Then I press save. And then I have to go back out. And then I hit that little gray button again, remember? Excuse me. Come all the way down to the bottom. Then I press this one, right? And then because it changed, you know, we did a little bit more work to it. Then I'm going to resend you that link so that now you have the updated version. Cool? Okay.
My phone is updating right now, so I'm not getting any of those messages, but I'll let you know when I get the messages.